right, and welcome back, everyone, to the Osu Taiko World Cup. It's going to be a loser's bracket match with China versus Spain. And I'm Ethan, and I'm joined by Janitor.
Hello. Very excited for this match.
Yep.
Alright, so I think Alvaro didn't play last year, right? But he's back this year.
That I think is correct. I don't remember seeing them last year. So that is quite a big buff for Spain. Alvaro is very good at the drum game.
He's quite good with very unusual playstyle as well.
Oh yeah, I remember them having an unusual playstyle. Do you remember what it was?
I think it was like one hand is index only, the other hand is... I think he played 3 fingers.
Oh. That sounds really... it sounds so awkward. Although I can't say anything, I also have an awkward playstyle.
Okay, what's your playstyle?
It's similar to Koro's, where basically it's K to DK, but you just roll like every KD and DK pattern with one hand. So for every single DK and KD pattern, I just use my right hand. It's not a good playstyle.
Yeah, I do that playstyle, and I can confirm, but it's not really ideal. The China banning No 1-5 is interesting. I thought they would be the kind of team to be willing to pick that.
Okay. I guess they just didn't want to deal with it. I don't know. That's a bit interesting. And then they picked No 1-1. Okay. Interesting first pick.
And again with a hidden 1-pin. Yeah, so No 1-5 is normally the gimmick map. This week I would say is a pretty big step up from last week in terms of difficulty. So No 1-5 is both really hard in terms of gimmicks, and also a pretty hard tech map as well.
I will say, the best, gimmick player, or arguably one of the best gimmick players in China is playing this year, so they aren't going to be, as buffed as they could be. So, that might be why.
Yeah, definitely unfortunate. No 1-1, though, is probably one of the easier maps in this pool, which is wild, because I remember when this map was all the rage, like a few years ago, and usually it was, really difficult.
Oh, the times have changed. Apparently the No 1-5 ban was probably not the greatest idea because one of them hasn't downloaded them.
Well, understandable. That's sometimes just what happens with the gimmick maps. No one wants to play it. Sometimes both teams want to ban it.
Yeah. And the other team's like, wait, what do I ban? My plan has been ruined. Alright, getting started with No Mod 1. Kind of an interesting first pick, especially because it is one of the easier maps in the pool, and China's the higher seeded team. And usually the higher seeded team would want to opt for more, difficult maps.
Yeah, but I think in this pool, for most teams, every map is a difficult map.
Yeah, that is fair.
China decided to run with triple S squad, Spain running with almost a triple E squad.
Nice observation. So far, accuracy is quite close between both teams. Spain had the lead at the beginning, but now China has the lead.
Everyone else actually holding on quite well through the 6 sections.
Yeah, everyone has pretty solid accuracy. Sail is starting to drop a few 100s though. They were close to dropping under 99%, but they're holding on for now.
Everyone taking a little bit of accuracy on the low SV section.
This is a very scary first pick for China. Everyone is doing pretty well, although Manson, oh no, that is an unfortunate miss on the slowdown. Especially because China has the accuracy lead as well. Oh, the miss from both Assail and Manson. Gonna increase China's lead even further.
Yeah, this is looking to be quite stable for China right now.
Yeah, their only hope really is like three players dropping combo on the side of China.
Triple FC on this is actually really good. It's getting to the point at the difficulty stages that it's hard to have an MC on any map, basically.
Yeah. It looks like China will be taking this fairly decisively towards the end. Oh no, SGH! It's basically a triple S.
That was actually the last note. I'm not sure if that was intentional or not.
That is a little bit unfortunate if that was not intentional, but very solid accuracy there from all of China on that map. And Spain had pretty good accuracy in the first half, but they started dropping their accuracy quite a bit towards the second half, and also some misses as well.
Yeah, super triple S with only 4 100s.
Yeah, that is very impressive, especially because it's OD7 as well.
We could have almost had the triple S squad from China with 3 S's, but unfortunately AZH had to ruin it right at the end.
On the last note, very unfortunate. Thankfully, you don't lose a lot of score for missing on the last note.
Yeah, it's mostly just a morale thing, but honestly, China doing really well in that bodes well because there's some really tricky no-one maps this week.
Yeah, that kind of opens them up for more techie kind of maps if they're playing like that.
Yeah, just in general, it seems like they have a better overall attitude in Spain by quite a margin. So they could even go for something like No Mod 4 and just try to outlast them on it, basically.
Taiko seeing No Mod 3, okay. No Mod picks in a row.
Spain going for the speed map, which is not surprising. One trying to slow things down a little bit. I mean, speed things up a bit. Not slowing it down, this map is like 300 BPM.
We are going the opposite direction. Full speed ahead.
Yeah, Alvaro, of course, known for being a very strong speed player.
This map's quite short, it's a little under 2 minutes long. And also, the OD is technically higher than No Mod 1, but not by a lot.
Patterns are overall easier, I think. It's mostly just fast.
Yeah, which seems kind of fair since No Mod 1 is quite techy this week.
Yeah, Spain probably more comfortable on speed, but whereas China not really being any slouch in that department.
I think China just has a pretty decent all-rounder kind of squad going on. So it can be kind of hard to pick into them, especially if you're a low-seeded team.
Yeah, I've always been very optimistic about just China's general performances. But they've had a little bit of an unlucky bracket in previous years. This year, I think their bracket is much better, so I hope to see them go far.
Yeah, big off of just seeding, they have quite a few matches that they can win in the losers bracket. Alright, getting started. No mod 3. Spain's first pick. Small accuracy lead for them. PH struggling a little bit. So Shokan. Super SS is pretty impressive accuracy. Shokan with a miss. Another one. Helping on Spain quite a bit, especially because Shokan's also dropping accuracy down to 97%. Lavero with a miss, though.
That's big, but the rest of Spain is holding on pretty well.
Yeah. Super SS has really strong accuracy. They're nearly SSing. So China is still in this. A miss from Manta. Oh no, the slowdown. And Lavero as well. And now the lead just instantly flips over to China's side in the second half.
You know you're a speed player when you miss on the slowdown in a speed map.
Oh man, that is unfortunate for Spain. Now they only have one combo to rely on. Still has pretty decent accuracy though, but another miss from Manticore will make things a bit harder.
Yeah, I'm not sure if Manticore is... Actually, I'm not sure if they're also time players off Varo, and oh jeez, it's just not going well for Spain now.
Yeah, this looks like it'll be a break point unless a miracle happens for Spain.
Super Triple, that's just doing horrible, horrible things in this map. My god.
Oh my goodness.
4
100s
100s
again! 2 maps in a row! Oh my goodness.
This is just the most consistent person in the world.
I swear.
The next map also getting 4 100s.
How do they do it?
But yeah, I'm not sure if all 3 of Spain's players are single tap players or if 2 of them might be DDKK single tap, because that could also be a reason why things started pretty well, but started going off the rails after if they ran out of stamina.
Yeah, not quite sure. They missed on the slowdown both times.
And China going for a free mod one. So none of the free mod this week are really anti-mod per se. They're mostly just standard maps, except for free mod, which is like really swingy.
I think we'll be seeing one player swap for the team. Sakura coming in for China. If I had to guess, they're probably going to be on Hidden.
Yeah, pretty well known as a hidden player. Does seem really good for China though, because they have some great mod specialists. Not sure if they have a dedicated hidden hard rock player, but I think the threshold for this week's free mod is lower than last week.
Feeling Spain might have less mods than China.
Yeah, I'm probably less comfortable. It's hard to say though. I don't think
it is. I guess we'll just have to wait and find out in a couple seconds. Oh, maybe I'm wrong?
Oh, Lavaro going in hard rock.
Okay. I am completely wrong, as it turns out. Everyone on China is going with just one mod. Meanwhile, Spain has Navarro going Hidden Hardock, Misael and Mantiquil are both with just single mods.
Alright, so Spain does have the mod advantage, so they can afford one extra miss or lower accuracy and still be fine.
It might be super important because Super SSS has been having some pretty strong accuracy so far in the match. Well, they do have a bit of a bumpy start, few 100s. Kura also having a few 100s at the beginning.
It's going to be great for Spain. As long as they have equal or even slightly lower accuracy, they should still be ahead of score easily.
Navarro keeps up this accuracy in combo. It's going to be really tough for China. Still quite a bit of map left. Oh my god! Oakdale and Mantiquil both missing. Instantly the lead's on the side of China.
Missing on the KDDK-16, which is certainly an unusual 1-6 pattern.
Oh, it's more bit. Oh my, that's a lot of misses. Oh no, that is so unfortunate. Just dropped from like 98 to like 92%. Oh no.
Yeah, not to mention Alvaro dropping all the way to 96.
China does pick up a couple of misses. Akura and Super SSS both dropping their full combos, but that's not going to be enough. Everyone on the side of Spain is struggling right now.
Yeah, SZH still holding, well, he was holding strong.
The map wraps up. It is going to be a pretty dominant victory for China. Oh my goodness, that is quite unfortunate for Spain. They're really struggling on some of those patterns and streams.
Yeah, I think that's the third map in a row where Super Triple S has just gotten MVP match again by a decent margin.
I think they are the undisputed MVP of the entire match.
Their match score is going to be insane by the end of this.
Okan is coming in for China now. Spain is the next pick. This is kind of important. They can't really afford a breakpoint right here.
Yeah, the issue is that China is a very consistent team overall, which makes it hard to pick these sorts of harder maps and even easier maps. Harder maps because Spain might not be able to handle it with monthly players, and easier maps because China will just combo.
This is quite tough for Spain. I don't know what they would really pick. I guess there's something that they can get an overall good team score on.
Yeah, they could try DT2 because they were holding up fine for most of No Mod 1. I'm not sure if they're all that comfortable on it in terms of accuracy. But I think the much funnier pick would be Fremont 2 or Fremont 3, and just not because I think they would win it, but just to see what happens.
I feel like China's probably gonna. Oh my gosh, I feel like China's probably gonna pick that next. Because I mean, that Fremont 1 performance, that was brutal for Spain.
Okay, we do have DT2.
Okay, you are correct on your pick.
Yeah, it's just really heavily going to depend on basically Mantiquil and whoever else the summon gets for Spain able to maintain their composure and not drop down significantly.
Yeah, 'cause the way China's playing, they can't really just hope that China ends up missing a lot, because it's just not really happening. They're playing really consistent today.
Yeah, the problem is just that I think the map was scaled to a point where a lot of teams are finding it really difficult to find. Not even just a good third player, sometimes even a good second player on some of these maps.
Yeah, especially with like very gimmicky maps and stuff. It can be tough. I mean, even in like previous years we've seen with TWC, it can be hard to find like a second player for some of the gimmick maps later on in later stages.
Yeah, even some of the top seeded teams would probably have a lot of trouble fielding 3 players for every map.
Started BT2.
Is that a real voice?
I don't think that was. Yeah, the combo is pretty similar from Super S to SC. I don't think that was.
Alright, Spain holding on much, well, the Mantico finding a miss, but it's still a lot closer than...
Still competitive for now. That miss is gonna give China a bit of a lead.
Mantico and Alvaro are still holding really well against backs, which is helping the scoreline not go too much.
Hero has the highest accuracy in the lobby right now.
Yeah, they've only one above 99.
Oh, miss from Minato. Could help change things for Spain, but score lead isn't changing too much so far. Oh, and another miss.
Oh.
Okay, that should start changing things now. Oh, and a miss for SCH as well. And Elite instantly flips over to Spain's side now. Alvaro missing though. It's making things so close right now.
Also, ILM Manticle's still holding on to the combos. Super Triple S can't do this on his own.
Snell and Minato trade. And that favors Spain as it appears with the score difference. It's slowly extending over to their side as we get to the end of the map. There's not too much map left for China to come back. It is Mantico missing at the end, but it's not enough for anything to really change. And Spain will be taking their first point. Ten 100s for Alvaro. That helped out Spain a lot. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, that was excellent accuracy. Super Triple S did still get the full combo, but 30 more 100s than Alvaro.
$1,090,000 despite having 3 misses is insane. This is a very good score from Alvaro.
The problem is, though, that there isn't really any speed map left, unless you consider No Mod 4 to be a speed map, but 250 is not really speed at this stage.
Yeah.
I suppose afterwards, Spain could consider Hidden 2, but none of their players aside from Alvaro played Hidden on the last 3 months, so I don't know if they're comfortable with that.
It seemed like they might have been more comfortable with HR, but China's kind of a scary HR team, so I would not want to face them on that.
Alright, slowing things down a bit with No Mod 2, which is the sort of techie map. holding up really well on speed overall, but tech it seems like they struggle a bit more. Especially the weirder 1-6 patterns that you saw in the
Yeah, for sure. This pick definitely favors China. Player swap from Spain.
Yeah, Shuken coming back in. I would be surprised to see Mantico subbing out there, considering I think they've played every map so far.
Looks like they were just out for a second, maybe in order to practice a certain section of the map.
Of course, the strategy.
Yes, the pro strat. Gotta make sure I'm ready.
Greatest pro strat is when your match is rapidly approaching tiebreaker, but no one has played it, so you start moving out in order to get someone to practice the tiebreaker while the map
Oh
is
my
going.
god. I love that strat. I've done it an uncomfortable amount of times in community tournaments over the years.
Ah, god, classic. Quickly scrolling through the editor to see if there's any SV sections. Good times. Yeah, we're back with the Triple S squad and the Triple A squad.
A lot of early 100s from a lot of the players. Aside from Shokan, they actually still have an SS. See how long that stays though. It does not stay for very long, unfortunately, but
Yeah, this map is really tricky with slow speed sections.
yeah.
Alright, getting into the weird snapping. There's pretty much every snapping imaginable, and Mantikill being the first go.
Barrow also missing. Now there's only one combo for Spain. It's already looking a bit rough for them.
Yeah, both Shuken and Super Triple S still being above 99%. Shuken finding some accuracy drops, but still holding up pretty strong.
And that's the last FC from Spain gone. Some more misses from Mantiquil. Dropping under 95%. Oh my goodness, that's so many misses. That's unfortunate there.
Yeah, basically everyone dropping on that really tricky stream. Shuken and Super Triple S just not having a care in the world about that.
Yeah, Super SSS is holding on to 99%. You drop under it just for a moment there. Oh, a couple misses from Shokan, Super SS, and Mantiquil. But that's not really going to change the score difference a lot.
Yeah, it's just a massive team difference. Spain not being comfortable at all on this really techie map.
Yeah, it's a tough pick for them. Kind of missed a good bit at the end, but it was not really enough to swing things around in time. They already have their combos.
Now the question is, what does Spain go for? Their only fast options left is Robot 4, which has a ton of 1-6, so probably don't go for that. And Hidden 2, which, of course, as its name implies, forces everyone to hit, which I'm not sure if Spain would kick for.
Spain's in a bit of a tough spot when it comes to picks.
Yeah, and of course DT1 also not really being a speed map, it's a tech map, so much different from DT2.
Yeah, generally DT1 and DT2 have very different skill sets in Taiko. So it's not very uncommon to see a player play pretty well on DT2 but struggle quite a bit on DT1.
Yeah, I think I would say Spain probably wants to pick either Hidden 2 or one of the Hard Rocks, maybe Hard Rock 2, if their players can read it. So what is going on with the background for 312? I don't think that's what it was before.
I don't remember the background, so I can't.
Oh, wait. I remember. Okay. That's probably good. Okay, so we have one more bit in this game.
We got one of the last quote-unquote speed maps.
Yes. I mean, this is speed technically, but it's also everything else. Probably the hardest map in the world, not counting the tiebreaker. It just has a little bit of everything. So it has speed, it's fast, has 1-6. It's also 4 minutes, so it's
Yeah, it's like you got like a mini tiebreaker. Determine match point potentially.
The interesting thing is that this has elements that both China and Spain are good at, so I don't really know, but the thing is that Spain is mostly single tap players. I could see stamina coming into an issue, but this map's 4 minutes long.
Yeah, the BPM isn't too high, so maybe stamina won't become an issue, but yeah, 4 minutes long, it definitely could become an issue. So far, China, the accuracy lead from the very beginning. Shokan, though, with a miss early on. Antiquill trades it immediately after, though.
Just realized it's Manticore and Monty.
Oh my, that's a pretty big drop. Down to 95%, okay.
I think Shukan misread the triplets.
Yeah, that looked like a complete misread.
Alpha L and SNH both missing. Now it's basically down to super triple S.
Which, they are holding on to an SS. SDH with another miss. So far, Spain have a pretty decent lead. Super SSS does drop the SS. I'm saying S a lot here.
Alvaro and Manticore are doing very well for themselves.
Oh, miss from my sail in the slower section. Making things a lot closer. Super SSS still has the highest accuracy in the lobby, but Manticore and Alvaro are not far behind them at all.
Still, more than half the map to go.
Yeah. Oh, Manticore the miss. It's gonna make things a lot closer. Still though, Spain does have the lead, but now all the players see the score difference. The pressure's on.
Yeah, Spain currently has the accuracy lead thanks to both Alvaro and Manticore being bumped. But China currently leading in combo, so the score gap's going to close a bit as Manticore climbs back in front. Oh, that was...
Oh my, that is so unfortunate. Avero does trade him, but SCH also misses. Only combo is Shokan for China. It's still quite close, but still Spain has the lead.
SIL being an incredible score gap right now.
Avero with the miss. That's closing the gap a little bit. Is there enough though? I'll say it with the miss. Manticore's the only combo for Spain. The score's starting to flicker back and forth. It's now barely favoring China at the very end. It might just come down to a few 100s.
Yeah, that drop was huge. For now, as long as China doesn't keep dropping accuracy, they should maintain the score lead, but it's hard to say.
There's so little map left. It's just gonna come down to these last patterns.
Oh no, Alvaro's accuracy is really keeping Spain in it though.
Spain need to keep up their accuracy for a chance of this, but they keep on dropping 100s. The score lead's increasing in China's favor, and they take it at the very end. Oh my goodness, what a map.
Oh, one miss from Super Triple S, 2 misses from Manticore. That was highway robbery.
Oh my goodness. Spain had that for so long. They were in the lead for so long, but it was not a very strong lead. It could be taken away at any second, and unfortunately they started missing towards the end, and China were able to take it. Now they're at match point. That is so unfortunate.
Yeah, that was Spain's last hope. But unfortunately, with not to be, now China has free reign to pick what they want. Over hidden 2. And of course, there's also a strategic component to this pick if you're China, because you're going to have to play another match later on, and you want to try to reveal as little information as you can.
Yeah. Actually, imagine like a huge Gigabrain IQ move of just like banning one of your best maps against like a lower seeded team, so that in your next match against a very low seeded team, you don't ban it. So it looks like it's a weak pick, and then they pick it into you.
Oh wait, that's actually
Gigabrain. I love the idea of a team doing that. I don't know if we'll ever see that though.
Yeah, there's some really interesting findings that can happen, especially in quarterfinals week, because of that. Or some teams will sandbag a little bit more in the first match, and then really kick things into high gear in their next match, which is usually going to be against a harder opponent.
Alright, now that I've leaked the TWC strat, some team is gonna do it.
I think teams have been kind of privy to that over the years, and sometimes that leads to maybe a bit of a sketchier quarterfinal situation that some teams will.
You'd have to be really confident that you're gonna win your first match in order to do something like that.
Yeah, if you sandbag only to lose your match and get kicked out.
Now, yeah, especially because it's losers brackets, it's a very risky business.
Yeah, so this is Spain's last hope. I don't think this is actually a terrible map for Spain, if they can read hidden.
If they can play hidden, then they could definitely take a break point. But it's just that big if. I guess we'll have to see. Super SSS dropping a lot of 100s early on. Olvero and Assail both missing. Bit of a shaky start for both teams, but China's recovering. Oh my, some more misses from Spain.
Yeah, it seems like China is maybe hitting a little early on this map, but Spain is not really having a very good time.
Minato with a miss. Hit up Spain out a little bit. So far, there's a huge accuracy advantage in the favor of China, because Snail is at 95%. Oh my, that's such an unfortunate miss from Minato.
China overall still has quite the accuracy lead over Alsail. And I do think they said in the pre-chat that there was another person who was meant to play this in their setting instead.
Snail slightly recovering their accuracy. As I say that though, they are dropping under 96%. They are holding on to a pretty decent combo though, but still, accuracy is a huge component of Scorpio 2 Taiko. Oh, and a miss from Assail as well. Looks like it's over for Spain.
Even without those misses, China might actually still be ahead just because of how good their accuracies are.
Yeah, the accuracy lead was super strong from China there. GG, well played. China will be taking this match 6-1. And unfortunately, Spain will be knocked out of the tournament as it was a loser's bracket match.
Yeah, well played to Spain. This is not an
Yeah.
easy pool by any means, and they still put up one heck of a fight.
Especially on maps like No Mod 4, man, that was a crazy map. I felt like I was watching a tiebreaker right there.
Yeah, it's going to be really interesting to see how higher seeded teams try to deal with that, or even lower seeded teams. You have to be really careful on not to have something die on that map. Alright, so China will be facing the winner of Philippines versus Poland. And I believe Philippines didn't actually play last week because of some scheduling issues, so not a lot of information.
We haven't seen them play since round of 32. So, yeah, not a lot of info to go off of for later stage maps aside from, like, qualifiers. So that might be kind of an advantage for the Philippines, to be honest. If they win their first match and then play their second match against China.
And we'll just have to see how that goes. Our next match is Canada versus Russia, which is around a little over half an hour.
Yeah, so we'll be taking a bit of a break, and we'll be back for that. So stay tuned, y'all.